Absolute dagger was that shot at the end of the third quarter. I mean, he had pretty much hit everything in the third quarter, and then he makes that one.
Yeah, it's, I mean, he practices shots, so it's just, from my seat, it's incredible how much we've covered not to run up on people in the backcourt. And we just continue to do it. We ran up and he took off and he was gone and banked it in. So, as I said, he works on those shots, he hits them regularly, but you got to stay between him and the basket. You can't run up there.
Until that point, you guys were able to stay in the game. They were obviously shooting a good percentage, but what were you doing defensively to try and slow them down, create those turnovers, and keep yourselves in the game, or at least competitive?
Not much. We were scoring. That's basically what was going on. We did a nice job taking away the three from them in the first half. They were 4 for 14. Our goal was to take away as best we could the threes and the layups. But they came right out of the gate, back cut us 2 or 3 times, got layups, and that kind of continued throughout the game. But then he got going from 3, and then you're in deep trouble.
You said this morning you could do everything right, and they were still going to make shots. How do you think your bunch weathered the swings for the first 3 quarters?
Well, you can. Absolutely, you can do everything right against him. He can make tough shots. I'd say probably a handful of more, but we hit a lot of screens and I kind of died on him. And then the other things that you can't. The margin of error for us is thin, but for any team to beat them, it's very thin. And we were taking some shots and kind of jogging back, and they're gonna get easy baskets, and so you have to try to take those away, knowing then that he's gonna hit some tough ones, or Clay may hit some tough ones, or any one of their other players. But we just we didn't make it hard enough on them.
It appears you got balanced production from your starters, but was there production lacking from your bench tonight in a game where it seemed like the team as a whole needed to be almost perfect?
Yeah, I would agree with that, but that does happen. This was Steph's night. He's a great player, and he tricked us so many times where he just he runs, he stops, he relaxes, he stands up, he causes you to relax. You don't have discipline, he's gone, and that happened at least a dozen times, and I'll probably say almost 20 times when I look at the tape.
You've played against some great players. You've coached against some great players. Was that one of, if not the best performances you've seen from an opponent?
Well, it would have to be up there, yeah. Just how efficient he is, and it's not like he didn't do anything else. He had 8 assists and 7 rebounds, So he played good defense. So he's turned into a great all-around player. He's clearly, whatever he's done from a kind of summertime conditioning standpoint stuff too, and diet or whatever. He never gets tired. He just runs and runs and runs, and it's very impressive.
Over the past few games, your team's been upping the free throws made, free throws attempts a lot. Are you just seeing more aggressiveness, or has the offense changed a bit to where they're attacking the rim more? What have you seen?
Not really, no. We've had a little more activity around the rim. We've done a little bit better job when we get in the penalty of getting, all of a sudden, boom, getting a call, getting the line. Those are just a couple things. I'm hopeful we can keep that going, but you never know.
Your guys, when Steph gets hot, somebody either collectively or singularly has to respond in your team. Did you see any response once he got rolling there in the third quarter? Okay, I'll
Well, the thing is, once if you elect to get, if the plan is to be more aggressive with him and get a big guy out there and really jump and trap him, that the handful of times we did that, they just burned us, and so. At some point, even though he's having a great night, we're still in touch. We're only down 5 at the end of the third, and you have to question then: do we want to let somebody else come into this game at this point? And do we want to not let Steph get his points? Because we certainly weren't trying to do that. But then 5 went to 8 because we gave him a 3-point shot at the end of the third, and they kind of stole momentum from that, and we couldn't get anything going forward.
Anything else? All right, thank you.